Okay, I didn't know.
All right, I think we're live now. Hold on, let's see.
Yeah, I just got a notification you went live. So
I think we are live. Hopefully, yeah, we're live.
I got an ad.
There we go. Hello, everybody.
Just needed a second.
So I had to go. I had to go to a. I had to go to a little event, and
Nice.
it was Alice in Wonderland themed. So you like my glasses?
Sweet. Yep.
Where did you get those from, man?
It was one of the people had a booth, and they were giving those away.
Different setup for me.
It's
There we
pretty
go.
funny.
All right, streamer, what's up, everybody? Glad you
everybody
guys
in
could be
chat.
here. We got
Stream, what's up?
hype.
Hype.
Tonight.
Warmind.
For sure.
Spam the Warmind emojis.
Warmind hype.
Oh, Warmind is so close, guys. So close. I'm feeling it, man.
Less than 12 hours.
Yep. Hopefully everybody out in the chat is feeling it too.
Hey, J-Bo.
I have so many things that I need to do tomorrow before 1 o'clock. I mean, it's 2, but I mean, I want to be done and back home by 1 and not stressed. And yeah. And then I get to get there and sit for taper errors for an hour.
Taper errors?
Remember that? Remember the taper errors?
Oh, God. Yeah. That was a nightmare.
Everybody's trying to get on at the same time and is smashing the servers. It's pretty fun.
Let me fix my camera here.
Now.
I go up anymore.
Join us for some Warmind Eve hype.
Wait, I don't want to close out of that. I get so many windows open. Stream, if I'm blowing my nose left and right, allergies have kicked in here in New York. Hey, Time Splitter.
Don't blow left and right. Blow it straight.
Yeah, as long as you keep it straight, Sean.
I know. Oh, God.
My ear is full of Sean's
snot. Allergy nose spray. Oh, thanks, Gator Mag.
All right, well, let's get rolling here, guys. We have some good stuff. Obviously, lots and lots of hype here for the big Warmind tomorrow. Also, we have some callers, and that we're going to be getting to a little bit later on in the show. So stick around for that. Of course, it's
some special callers. We might have. Well, they're all special.
They're all special. Everybody's special.
But I think one is going to be interesting for everyone to hear.
Yep. So, all right. You guys ready?
Ready.
All right, so here we go. Guardian Radio, episode 251. Here we go. Welcome, everyone, to Guardian Radio, the first and longest-running Destiny podcast on the net. I am your host, Mark Turcotte, and joining me this week, first up, from inside his closet, K-Dub. K-Dub, what's up, dude?
What's up, boys and girls? Man, it's a big day. It's a big day. It's been hyped all freaking day. The trailer hit. Watching that. And, man, it's really nice to be extremely excited about Destiny again. Yes. It's so fun. Can't wait. I was on Destiny 2 today 4 different times. Grinding for a couple different things. I went to go make sure my Risk Runner is leveled up. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't get Risk Runner. I'm like, son of a bitch. So, well, the funny thing is, I mean, I've gone through it twice and but I selected Sunshot and I selected Graviton Lance. I never selected Risk Runner. So I'm like, well, I just got to go run through that Asher Mirror thing again on IO. So I went to my baby Warlock, which is only a 7 because, Warlocks. But so, but so I go, no big deal. I go finish the story, and I'm going to go to IO. And I go to select IO. It says, sorry, you got to be level 11. I'm like, no, I forgot they did that. So I don't have Risk Runner. I suck. But what are you going to do? I'll maybe do Faded Engrams or figure out a way to get it. But I cannot wait for tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun, man.
So good, so good. Well, we got lots to get to, guys. That third voice you heard there, as always, coming to us from the heart of Queens, our king of Queens, Mr. Mesa Sean. Sean, what's up, man?
What's going on, guys? Sorry if I sound a little nasally. Allergies are in full effect. When I got home from my trip the other day, my Yukon, which normally is like silver, dark silver, was completely green because the pollen in New York City and this area is kind of horrific right now. So I'm a little nasally. I'm excited for tomorrow. I was up all night last night recording every single exotic weapon because a lot of them they haven't told us what they're doing to them. Like Jade Rabbit, Cold Heart, Prometheus Lens, Prospector. What else? A whole bunch of stuff. So just recorded a whole bunch of stuff, grinded out my milestones to hoard on tokens and everything. And yeah, tomorrow. But like Kate said, it's nice to see the hype is back. You know what I mean? Because
a
little bit after Curse of Osiris, it was kind of Debbie Downer just in terms of the comment section and Twitter, everyone ragging on it. But I think everyone's gonna be pretty excited when they see it roll out. I haven't played the story, so I have no idea what the story's about. But with Escalation Protocol, the new Seraph weapons that come from Escalation Protocol, we saw the teaser today, which, Mark, you're hopefully going to play that trailer tonight.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Where we get to see some other teasers. And I think we're going to be in for a good show, The destination is definitely bigger than Mercury, that's for sure. I can say that.
We can say that, yes. Yeah. But what's up, everybody? As always here, thank you for tuning into the show. However you're tuning in, big what's up to everybody over on YouTube and Sean's YouTube channel, youtube.com/Mesa Sean. What's up, guys, in the chat? I can see we have a huge audience tonight. You guys joining us. Clearly, the Warmind hype is real. I'm sure everybody's feeling it just like we are. I mean, I think that's been the best thing. It's just to see the excitement. Doesn't it? It feels so much different than Curse of Osiris.
It does. It does. Yeah.
I think from everything we've seen from this expansion, it really is going to be that much more. It is going to be the House of Wolves to the dark below, is everything I can see. And I don't know if that is just because maybe Vicarious Visions has been working on this thing for 2 years or whatever they said. I mean, they've really been investing themselves for this moment right here. So the hype is real, guys. We're going to be talking about things we're looking forward to in this. We also have some news we're going to get to, as well as some callers a little bit later on in the show. But real fast, some quick housekeeping real fast. Don't forget you can follow us on Twitter at Guardians of D. Email us, feedback at theguardiansofdestiny.com. I know many of you are going to have things to say next week, wanting to tell us about your thoughts about Warmind, so please email those or even tweet them at us. And also, we have our Patron program going. So if you want to be a patron here for the show, you go to our website, theguardiansofdestiny.com. You can find the link there. We do a show once a month where we talk about everything but Destiny, EBD radio. $5 gets you access to the audio. $7 gets you that as well as the video version. And if you are an EBD subscriber, send us your emails, feedback at theguardiansofdestiny.com. Put EBD in the subject. And even if you're not, still send us just some fun topics. Caleb and I have been looking for some just fun things to talk about every month. And we're getting set to record that here in the next few days. So please send those in. And also, I've been kind of thinking lately, I think we need to kind of revamp the whole Patron program that we're doing. So maybe send us your ideas of some other tiers or some other things you would want added to tiers. I don't know, maybe play with us, that type of thing. Maybe we can throw in there. But let's get going guys.
Raid runs,
things like that. Yes.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things I think we can kind of put in there. So, send those to us, email those to us. But let's get going here, guys. The hype is real. Let's move on here to our first segment, the news segment that we call Dispatches from the Traveler. All right, boys. Well, we are just mere hours away from the launch of this thing. Maintenance is going to be happening on the servers very soon as we're recording this. 6 a.m. Pacific is when everything is pretty much going down, and the patch is going to come out. Or actually, I'm sorry. Is that when it's going down? It says players you can no longer sign into Destiny 2 at that point.
At 7 a.m.
7 a.m.
Right. So 7 a.m. is when it's going to be. 6 a.m. it goes down.
Yep.
Yeah.
7 a.m. If you're still in, so if you can't log in after 6 a.m. if you're not on.
Right.
If you're already on, you're off. You're going to stay on until 7 a.m. Pacific, which is 10 Eastern, and then you're going to get kicked to the title screen, and then you're out until rock and roll time.
Until it's rock and roll time, which that time will be 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern time is when everyone will finally be able to jump into 1.2.0, and as well as the 0.1 at the end there for a hotfix that's going to be coming out with it to give us all access to Warmind. So before we get going through some of the news here, I want to throw it out to both of you. What are you going to do first? What are you looking forward to the most? What is going to be your first moments, your first steps into the Warmind? I mean, I'm assuming there's probably a story mission they may make us. I know Caleb's going to go chasing ships.
No.
What are you doing?
The first thing I'm gonna go look at all the space in my vault.
Those extra 100 slots.
That's what I'm gonna go do. I'm gonna go, oh my God, look at that. I've got 102 spaces in my vault now.
That's great.
No, honestly, there's some really good changes that they're making. I'm really excited about it. I really am excited about ships. I really hope that they do stuff about, just ships were so epic in D1, man. They just were. because you spend so much time. Even though I know that they changed how the director works and you can go directly from, you don't have to go to orbit. I still like going to orbit. If I'm doing nothing, I don't want to sit there in the tower and get teabagged by people or waved or whatever. I want to just sit in orbit and that be my screen, right? And so if I've got a cool ship, that's awesome. Also, when you're going into PvP and everybody's flying in, or you're going to the raid and everybody's flying in, everybody has their ships. It's a big deal to me. I really, really like having a special ship. And it's kind of like, I'm a collector and I own sports card memorabilia and stuff like that. And the reason that they're valuable is rarity. And those things that are really rare and cool, that's awesome, man. And I miss that. So I'm really hoping that they kick it up with the ships. I really do.
What are you going to be doing Sean?
I'll be streaming on YouTube, of course, going through the story, grinding, and trying to get as many exotics as I can, popping my 3 of coins to see if they do anything, but trying to get those Masterwork catalysts for the current Masterworks Masterwork exotic weapons. Yep. They said not all exotic weapons will be available to turn into Masterworks at launch. And putting it out there like I always do. If anyone gets an exotic and they would be so kind to let me use their account to review them, ping me on Twitter, and I'll follow you back. And I want to get as many exotics as I can. I'm looking forward to trying out the heroic strike modifiers and see how that works.
Yes.
Going to see Zur on Friday to upgrade my rare Nightfall Challenge card to the legendary version.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to grinding Escalation Protocol for the weapons, man, because we got to use them at Bungie Studios, and I did a full review on them. And I want that submachine gun. That submachine gun is amazing.
Yep.
It's a new archetype. It's 750 rounds per minute. It's got all these things called seraph rounds, which bounce off of hard surfaces. And
I hope the range is like 5 feet on that thing.
I don't know. I was
750 rounds.
But you got to be like melee range.
With Escalation Protocol, it really is about close quarters. Right. I tried using a scout rifle for a bit, man, and it was not happening. So submachine gun, auto rifle, and then we were all using shotguns at one point. I mean, because the rocket launcher kept running out of rockets and just wasn't doing enough damage. But yeah, really looking forward to doing a story, unlocking what other new milestones we may have. I want to see the NPC progression that they said they're adding, right? Because are they adding vendor progression or something like that? See what kind of packages you can get, and testing out all the new weapons in PvP. Private matches are hitting, so I recorded all the footage of the pre-exotic 1.2, and then hopefully I can make a comparison video as to see what some of the other changes are and stuff. So yeah, and the soft cap is 340. That's low, man. To get to 380, 85.
Well, Sean, that's what honestly, like, the thing I'm looking forward to the most is definitely the story. Just seeing from the trailer, which I'm going to throw the trailer up right now for guys, people that are viewing the chat or watching the replay on YouTube. I'm looking forward to just the places we'll go. Like, to me, that's when Destiny is at its best, when you're going to a new location and just the mystery of what's around the next corner. And I really think, like, just seeing the desert type locations, the ice and snow locations. There's even images of, like, kind of down within the Warmind base or whatever it is. And then even the strikes, like, the strikes to me this time look so interesting. And, there's a little bit of debate from people, like, are the strikes going to be part of the story like they were of Curse of Osiris? I think they're not going to be at all. I mean, everything we've seen from, like, the preview, not the preview, but, like, the information sheet that's kind of up on the website. I think we went over it last week. Like, each strike seems very unique and very different. And, I think if you look at Vicarious Visions, they've been working on this for 2 years. Their inspiration was the Taken King. And so they went back and, Curse of Osiris probably was something that was just somewhat rushed just to get something out of the door, where this really feels like a true expansion to the game, or at least on paper. And even, you watch this trailer and, like, they're going to all different places. There's, all kinds of new weapons. And it just, to me, I think this expansion, story-wise, between more places we're going to go and the strikes, are just going to be so great. I'm so excited to see all of that. But I want to talk about Escalation Protocol, and the reason I say that is, where do you think, or how far do you think people are going to be able to get, Sean? I mean, when we played, we were 350, and it was hard as hell.
We got wasted. And then the developers said after we played it, they tuned it up even more. So they want to make it difficult. You know what I mean?
Fault, and that was both you two. That's your fault.
It is our fault. It is our fault. I mean, and I was in that room like, yeah, make it a little bit. Well, really, I mean, what it was we're thinking like, all right, when you are 380, are you just going to go back and stomp through this thing? And so that was where kind of that mindset was. I think as players, we wanted it to still be difficult. I mean, when you played Skolas, in House of Wolves, it was still hard, even if you were kind of maxed level. Obviously,
after they nerfed the Galahorn thing, then it was. It was a
once
beast.
like Taken King came out and your light level became so much higher, you could go back and stomp through it like nothing. But
they showed some clip of Escalation Protocol towards the end where there was like 5 or 7 ogres all standing there. I'm like, if those are yellow bars, we're just get wasted. You know what I mean?
Dude, our buddy Alan, More Console, he tweeted out a picture of those 5 laser ogres. Like, I was like, dude, I just freaked out and threw up a bubble.
How come they get 5 in their fire team and we only get 3? What's up with that?
Yeah, right,
bro?
exactly.
How come the ogres get 5 in their fire teams? What's up with that?
Right. But here's how I think it's going to go down, guys. I think people are going to try to get 9 people in there, right? So go in there with a fire team of 3, then have one person leave, have 2 other people join, have another person leave, because, that, and also I think there's going to be a little bit of strategy involved because we had some keys to use the Valkyrie staffs, right?
Right.
And my thought process is as you progress up to level 7, you're not going to want to use those Valkyries until you get to the end because 1, they go quickly. 2, they do a lot of damage, and 3, why waste them on the first few levels? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like save them for like 6 and 7. Because if everyone cashes in their Valkyries right when those ogres spawn, drop a tether down, then Dawnblade them, Valkyrie them, and we'll just have to see what's going to happen.
Yep.
So I'm definitely looking forward to Escalation Protocol, and it's another side thing to do. You know what I mean? It's like another because there are public events. We played the Warsat. And we also played the Witcher's Ritual. Is it Witches or Witchers Ritual? That's also back. So we're going to have public events. We're going to have Escalation Protocol. We have Strikes. We have the Raid Lair. We've got Crucible. We've got private matches.
I mean,
there's going to be a lot of that.
Man. This really feels like a good
full expansion. Yeah,
chunk.
We're going to have a lot of stuff to do. Yeah, and the fact that they're stretching out the progression from the soft cap to 385, that's a grind right there.
I mean, the exotics, man, the masterwork exotics, that in itself, unlocking them at certain times, so it's like immediately you're not going to be able to get all of them, so people are going to be chasing that. Right. Plus, we haven't even mentioned Crucible. Not only are you going to have the new maps, but you're going to have the ranking system, which... I mean, when are you going to dive into that, Sean? I know at some point, but how will we possibly have time to do all this stuff?
You know what? I love the rank system. I've already come to the conclusion I do not deserve and will not get that Redrix Claymore. Okay, my friends who I typically play.
No. That's absolutely not true.
Hold on. No. I'll explain. I play with my 2 best childhood friends. Right. Shout out to C Minnow and Versace Viper. We dominate in quick play. That's what we love to play. We hopped into competitive just to see what it was like, and we were playing against blueberries, and we were getting our asses handed to us, So I'm kind of like, you know what? If I get it, but it's not a big deal. But I do like the fact that they gave something, and hopefully, because for different rank ups within both Valor and Glory, there's going to be different rewards that they have not talked about. I hope there are other rewards to give those PvP pros, give the streamers a reason, give them content to stream every day and play competitive a lot. You know what I mean? Because when you make it to Legend, you can then prestige and go back to Guardian again and start all over again. And
I've got an idea. I think we need to bring viewers or listeners with us and play competitive one at a time.
That would be a cool idea. Yeah.
One person come in, the 4 of us. We run through there, and we all get Redrix.
Yeah, but I think they want to rank up. I don't think they want to rank down. That's the thing.
We'll put them on the 5 bonus losing streak.
I love competitive. We wreck facing competitive when you know what you're doing.
If you want your rank to go down, I can help you with that.
Yep. Whatever.
There's no radar now, man. It's totally changed.
Hit me up. I'll go into competitive.
I'll go play with you, man, but I can't make promises in that, man.
I'm having Redrix, baby. I'm all over it.
Oh, I want it, definitely, man. Believe me, it was fun. It was definitely a lot of fun to play, for sure.
You need to get 40% of the 5,500 points to get Redrix's Claymore, I believe.
You just got to get to the mid-tier. You don't even get to get the top tier.
Good luck with that, man. Because I don't even how many points per game per win do you get? How many points do you get per win streak? Right? If you go on a 5 win streak, you get points. If you're in competitive and you go on a 5 lose streak, which I'll probably be going on, I'll end up losing more points. You know what I mean? So we'll have to see what happens, man.
Oh man, I'm just watching this trailer right now, and
It's so
dude,
epic, yeah.
The worm. I mean, what in the world? I think it wasn't on the reveal
Remember
stream
the worm god?
where they mentioned like I think one of the guys from Vicarious Visions was like, we just wanted to create this giant boss, like pretty much the biggest boss you've ever fought, and like up to this point, I guess you could say Oryx was probably the biggest boss we had ever fought. But you see this thing, and it is just it literally is a massive sandworm. It's like Tremors. Like remember Tremors? I mean, even bigger than that. It's just this giant thing. I'm interested to see how that's going to play out. Like, are we actually going to be shooting it, or there's got to be some sort of mechanics to that thing? I'm sure. Maybe you got to guide it towards like explosive barrels, kind of around the side or something like that. I'm excited, dude. I think there's going to be a lot of fun stuff kind of hidden within this this expansion for sure.
Yep.
And then the Raid Lair, we saw in that quick trailer that we're going into the Leviathan. We do see some Cabal, I believe, but everyone's speculating. Oh, I saw some people on Twitter saying, "Oh, another Cabal." No, it's probably going to be just like it was in Curse of Osiris, where the actual Raid Lair boss will be Hive related. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
What if it's,
don't jump too far ahead. Let's go through the timing first. And the gigs and all that, and the storage requirements and all that stuff. It was because we need to prepare people if they don't know.
Okay. So your file size on PlayStation. What do you got? You got 53 gigabytes to 71 gigabytes. Let's see. Xbox One 50 gigs and 50 gigs. PC 48 gigs to 68 gigs.
Yep.
So you're gonna have some space, but most people, I'm sure. Did it preload, Sean? You preloaded, right? Did yours do that?
It says
preload
right now
at 7 a.m. I think.
I don't know. Mine says installed. Like when I go on PlayStation Pro and I go to Destiny 2, I go to add-ons. I think it is, and then it shows me the counter for Warmind.
Yeah.
When whatever X amount of hours, and it says installed.
Okay, I saw those screenshots and I was like, well, I don't know.
Yes, I don't know if it's installed. Probably not. Like
my understanding was tomorrow when they kick everybody to title screen, which is at 7 a.m. Pacific, that's when you can do the pre-install.
That's when it'll start actually installing the files for that. Yeah, that sounds right.
Correct. Right.
Let's see some of the new things coming with Season 3 that they talked about in this week at Bungie. Guided Games is now going to feature a Leviathan guide emblem that will track the number of raid encounters and raids a player has completed as a guide.
That's awesome. WTF Nation is going to be all over that. I can't wait to see how high those emblem numbers get for those guys.
Yeah. Well. See, here's the thing. It means you have to use guided games, so it's not one where you're setting it up outside or using your Twitch people. So,
but they might. That might incent them to do that.
Exactly. That's what. Hopefully, this will incentivize people to actually use guided games, and it can make that queue a little bit shorter for everyone. And the emblem will reward a unique aura for 14 days after completing a raid as a guide, which is cool.
14 days instead of a week. That's pretty awesome.
Yep. Let's see. Once a week while the aura is active, guiding a raid to completion grants 1 bright engram. So
that's awesome.
Entices you to at least do it twice.
Imagine that real quick. As many guided raids as those guys do, how many bright engrams are going to get?
Oh my god!
Because didn't they said how many tokens they had the other day? It was ridiculous, right? It was like
Toast, he
thousands of freaking tokens.
Yep.
It was silly. Yeah.
Let's see. New inventory category has been created that will contain pursuit tracking items, such as those for exotic quests, which is cool. So it's kind of clear up our inventory.
That's confirmation right there. Exotic quests are coming back. I hope they're like Black Spindle or like Sleeper Simulant, and everyone's saying Sleeper's coming back. I've seen the pictures.
Oh, Sleeper's definitely back.
I don't know. To me,
absolutely.
All the guns we played with look like a version of the Sleeper. You know what I'm saying?
They did, yeah. Because they were all Warmind guns.
A linear fusion rifle that looks like Sleeper. I don't know. I hope Sleeper comes back. I love Sleeper Simulant. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's absolutely back, Shawnee. As a matter of fact, my new screensaver is they give us some high res screenshots, and it's they've got a Titan, and he's holding this like hand cannon. Right behind him is a Warlock. He's fuzzed out a little bit, but it's absolutely Sleeper Simulant.
Yeah,
he's carrying. So that it's absolutely, in my opinion, coming back. So, and then the next part in the red, you need to read this.
Oh, definitely, because the first thing I read this, I was like, "Whoa, this is kind of interesting." Yeah. You're gonna get weekly lockouts for Raid and Raid Lair rewards, and they're based on your class. So before, you remember back to D1, you'd have your 3 Titans. You just run all 3 Titans so you can get all that stuff. But now players running multiple characters of the same class will receive rewards only the first time they've run the Raid or Raid Lair in a given week.
Right.
So
I don't know how I feel about this. So I understand that they want you to play all, they don't want to be people like we make fun on the show about, hey, we're Titans and Warlocks, blah, blah, blah. And Sean's a Warlock and Titans suck. And look, it's all in good. It's all in good fun with us because all three are great. They really are. But it's funny to me that Bungie goes as far as saying, we really want you to expand your play style and play the different characters, and you're not going to be locked out if you're running 2 or 3 Titans or 2 or 3 Warlocks or whatever. You're only going to get rewards once. I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, I mean, if you have 3 different characters, it's not going to change anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, like, does it really matter? I mean, like, I have a Hunter, a Warlock, and a Titan, so for me, nothing's going to change.
And I was going to say, I think the way just the raid armor and everything works in Destiny 2 as it did compared to Destiny 1. Running 3 of the same class. And I want to say even there was a quote from Luke Smith before Destiny 2 came out saying, like, we don't want you to feel like you need to do that. We want you to be able to run all 3 classes. And, the ability to basically buy the items with the tokens from the raid kind of alleviates that.
Well, I think the honest reason that they did this is so you can't speed level up one character.
Yeah.
True.
Because
yeah, right.
if you're a Titan and you go through and you get Raid Lair and you go back as a Titan and you do all the Titan stuff, and then you give it all to one of your characters, you can kind of speed level up one character. And I think they did it for that reason more than they want you to play all 3. They don't want you to speed level 1.
Yep.
I think that's...
You know what, by the way, real quick, too, the news bit we didn't put on here, if you're interested in getting Destiny 2 on the PC, currently you can get it through the Humble Bundle, which if you're not familiar with Humble Bundle, Humble Bundle basically is a way to get games on the cheap, but all the money goes to charity. Right now, it's $12, and it goes towards the Bungie Foundation. So if you are looking for Destiny 2 on PC, it's a great way. Go check it out, humblebundle.com. You'll see it. And I bought it, and I'm running a Titan right now. But what's been interesting is when I leveled up my Warlock and my Hunter, I was able to basically hit level 20 and throw my weapons from my Titan, my 335 weapons over there. So instantly my drops were like bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
Where now on the PC... it's like, nah, so I'm like, by the time I hit 20, it's still going to be that slow grind of going back up. So, it even would slow down that, now that the way they kind of have this set up. So,
right.
It's just
340 to 380 is going to be a long grind, I think, man.
They specifically said that, and they did that on purpose. It's not even the 340 to 380. It's more of like that 360 to 380. Like when you get to that's going to be a mother. Dude.
I'm telling you, man.
But it's like the soft... When they say the soft cap, so that means, because look, I have a zillion tokens for each destination, right? So I'm probably going to use those tokens to get me to like 340. What I'm wondering is, will like Ikora, Zavala, Shax, but then also like Failsafe or Devrim K and all that, are they capped at 340 for giving loot? You know what I'm saying? Because they're not going to have any new weapons. But I'm wondering, because I used to... before we were 335, or was it before Curse of Osiris? I would check in with all the vendor destinations, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Ashermere was selling engrams at whatever, you leave an engram sitting there waiting to be picked up, and you check it every 30 minutes on the destinations, and it would change its number. Sometimes it would go down, sometimes it would go up. And then if it was where I wanted it up, I would cash in all my tokens and just get drops of everything at that power level I wanted. So I'm wondering what they're going to do with the destination vendors.
I don't know, man.
I have to see.
Yeah, I'm just going to say right now, though, one more time, Escalation Protocol is going to be hard as hell. So I just hope people are prepared. And, that really is the end game activity for Warmind. It's not the raid or the Raid Lair. It's Escalation Protocol. That's the thing that everybody every week is going to be needing to at least jump into. Yep. And it's going to be tough, man.
Before in Destiny 2, we had to grind public events. Now it's going to be you're grinding Escalation Protocol.
Get in there.
That's going to be...
well, I mean, like the weapons and armor set look... The weapons I loved. Armor set looks really cool. I think it's a fun thing. Sick. And it's a kind of a combination, because once we got to level 3, and different mechanics start showing up. Because, normally you go to this little circle, there's 3 crystals, you shoot them, the Reverend Knight, or whatever his name was, spawns, he gives you the sword and all that. There was one time I think we were level 3, and we were down there killing everything, and no one noticed on 2 sides there were 2 other sets of crystals up there. You know what I mean? And then no one shot them, and then we ended up not moving on to the next level, I think. So there are different mechanics. They said they're going to rotate the bosses, and at certain bosses will drop certain weapons, I believe. And I'm not sure about armor piece, but you could do the level 7 on each character once per week. But they said you could farm the other, like the bosses for the
other things, the 3 and 5.
Like it has a 5% because he was Daniel was posting on Reddit, one of the developers, and was saying something that the weapons have a 5% chance to drop.
5%. Yep.
So that's going to mean grind over and over and over. You know.
Now that's where the old 3 of coins would have come in handy.
Yes.
Yep. Before. Yeah.
Well, for exotics, but things we're trying to get legendaries because all the EP stuff is.
But it wasn't just exotics, but it was boss drops. That's what I'm saying. Like if it worked just for boss drops, period, that would have been nice. You know, even to give me a 10% or 15% chance, I wouldn't mind that so much. You know.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this next bit. This next bit is something I'm actually pretty excited for, and I know Sean, you already mentioned it. Is the heroic strike modifiers. So not only are they increasing the base difficulty a little bit of the heroic strikes, but they're also adding 3 modifiers: 1 burn, 1 advantage, and it says that's actually rotating daily, and 1 disadvantage, which is rotating daily. So your burn is every week, advantage and disadvantage daily. I think that's great, man. Like that is the heroic strikes are always fun. The new strikes coming with this expansion look great. I'm
burns are going to matter more with the way that we can change our, some of these weapons like Borealis and some others that you can just change on the fly.
Hard light.
But hard light. So the burns are going to be a big deal now, man. It's a 25% damage addition and damage. You're taking more. It's
incoming, outgoing.
Right, coming out.
I told everyone this weekend because I had everyone buy kinetic attack mods. So I have 12 of them sitting on my character now. But I also told them to buy a boatload. Well, I'm sorry. When you reach 100,000 Glimmer, go in and buy mods. Just buy mods. Trade those in over and over and over. And I've got probably 6 or 7 of each elemental burn. Someone's like, well, just use different weapons. Because the burns are going to rotate daily, I think, right?
Yes.
No.
Burns are weekly.
Burns are weekly. The advantages are daily.
And the disadvantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So with those burns, I'm going to be swapping. Look, I still use my Manananan nonstop, and if I don't find anything better than Manananan for my energy slot, I'm going to be swapping burns every week. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to hoard those as well as all the class item. I made sure for each class I have all the class item, whatever +5 mod. I
don't know about you, but I'm going to be running a 999 clip sweet business. Baby, you see that?
It is pretty sweet, man. It is looking pretty good.
Oh my god!
All right, let's finish this up here, guys, because we got some callers we want to get to here. Let's talk about some quick Xur changes. Sean mentioned it briefly. The Nightfall challenge card now. You can go visit Xur and give him your Nightfall challenge card to upgrade it to a legendary challenge card that will now let you pick 1 burn, 1 advantage or disadvantage, and 2 additional disadvantages, and let you just rack up those scores. They're going to give you more par scores. There's going to be more emblem variants, auras, and token rewards based on the par scores of 30, 60, 110, and 200. And they said, as a reminder, when you reach the new par score for a specific Nightfall, you increase your chance to earn that Nightfall unique rewards, which, by the way, the new 3 strikes, I'm sure, are going to have their own unique Nightfall rewards as well. So
I thought it was interesting that they said the last sentence of that was, we're going to be watching closely, and we'll if we need to make adjustments, we will. So the community is going to friggin' wreck this thing. So it's going to be interesting to see if they have to tweak this scoring module or not. But it's going to be a lot of fun. So I like the way that they did it. I think they're going down the right path. I like that they gave Xur another thing to do. So I like all of these changes. I think it looks great.
Definitely.
Sweet.
All right. Are we ready to get some callers, guys?
Ready to get our callers.
Let's do this.
Talk amongst yourselves here while I try to get this going here. Let's see.
Let's go on chat. What do we got here? DSM Greg, Branson, Time Splitter. Who else is here? Jerkat. DSM Greg, Robert Wills, Exlirius. Who else is here? Light and Darkness. Hobo Chris. Zarchu. Light and Darkness. Got a lot of sponsors here today.
Right,
I changed up a bunch of the emojis. All right, here we go. Phone call time.
How many? We should be good. Here we go.
Do we hear the ringing?
It's not ringing. Why isn't it ringing now? Oh, don't tell
me. Hello?
No,
I'm supposed to do my jerky boys. Making a prank phone call. Hey, B-Made.
B-Made 27.
Console play. What's going on? Oh, your sponsors. There's loyalty badges now. So if you notice a different
here, hold
icon...
on, Sean. Keep going.
Okay. Mark is going to make a phone call, I think. Yeah, we have these new loyalty badges now. So based on how long you've been a sponsor for the channel for, you've got a different icon next to your name. So there's a Crucible symbol, there's a Vanguard symbol, Exotic Engram, and then I think once you reach, let's see, 6 months, I think, or longer, you get the Raid emblem. I think. Ooh, does anyone have a Raid emblem?
Excel Hedge. I was going to type it in. Yes.
So Timesplit is, I think, coming up on it.
Excel faded engrams.
Rancid, what's up, dude? Will Zur be selling legendary shards? I don't think so.
Keep talking amongst yourselves.
Okay. I really hope. Look, that's one of the things I brought up at the Destiny Community Summit was they need to make Zur more relevant and have him sell more things that like I was like, make him sell Masterwork cores. Because we're still gonna. Everyone's like, well, why are you hoarding Masterwork cores? Well, I want to get the new armor from Escalation Protocol or the Raid Lair, and I want to make those Masterworks right away. Oh, Timesplitter, you're coming up on a year, man. Which means you should be able to get a new badge, I believe, right after.
Try it again.
All right. Right. Is trying to make a phone call here. But yeah, I am. There's just so much to go over in this new.
Nintendo Dojo Iron Banner ended today.
All right, guys. Ready?
We're still a few more hours until tomorrow morning, right?
Right. So tomorrow reset. I'm sorry. Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
But I want to see Zur sell other things besides exotics. Like him sell some consumables you can only get from him. Like they should have gave him the Crucible.
Hey.
Hello. Hey.
Hey, who's this?
What's up?
This is Chris from Seattle. Chris, otherwise Cosmo.
Hey.
How you doing, man?
There he is, Cosmo. What's
Doing
going on,
great.
man?
Coming at you live from the greater Seattle area.
Yes. Nice, man.
So what are you guys up to tonight?
Nothing. We're just getting ready for some Warmind hype, man. I'd say what's up to our viewers over on YouTube.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, we're excited. I can't wait for you guys to get your hands on it tomorrow. Warmind Season 3, it's all coming. What are you guys most excited about?
Escalation Protocol.
Vault space and emote wheels. No, I'm kidding. Man, Cosmo, it's exciting. Everybody is freaking jazzed, man. The exotics look ridiculous. Everything looks awesome. Oh man! So let me ask you. So we want to talk to you. We want to know what you're most excited about. What do you think that the community is going to be most happy about or excited for?
Man, I don't know exactly what they're going to be most excited for, but what I'm most excited for is Escalation Protocol. You got to play that. I mean, it's super fun. It's really, I think it's gonna be really challenging. Yeah, I mean, what did you think of the challenge level there? I mean,
well, you know what, Cosmo, like for us,
we got wasted.
I would say we were what 350, I think, at that point. And I mean, my group, I forget the group I was with. We actually made it to the 3rd level, and I remember we just got wasted at the end of that. Yeah. And I mean, what are you expecting? Because we're kind of just kind of talking around here. I mean, do you honestly see people finishing the 7 stages? I mean, I don't want to challenge the community because I know, I mean, God, there's guys out there soloing raids like nothing. But do you see tomorrow, or maybe not tomorrow, in the next few days, are we going to see people getting through all 7 stages like early on, or is this something that's going to take some time for people to get through it?
I definitely think there's some people out there, I mean, that are going to get through it really quick. I mean, their community never fails to surprise us with how amazing they are at dissecting our puzzles. But based on kind of what I've seen of like lower power guardians going against it, it might take some time to be able to get through all 7. You're gonna have to kind of power up because it's meant to be an in-game activity.
Right.
Yeah. I'm guessing we're probably going to have to save our Valkyrie keys and not use them on the earlier levels because they're quite powerful, but they go kind of quickly. And when the developers on the Developers Insight video said that they cranked up the difficulty a little bit on Escalation Protocol, I'm like, all right, I'm guessing there's some strategy to it because we're going to have to save those Valkyrie keys so we can get our hands on them for the final stages because it definitely was difficult.
Yeah. Save those for when the big bosses come out. You need to get some DPS going.
Charge
down.
them up, tether them. Well, you're a hunter, Cosmo, right? That's your main?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hunter all the way.
I'm having everyone spam hunter emotes in chat right now.
Hey, Cosmo, so let me ask you a question. So, of the exotics that are coming, what is the one that you're most excited for?
The new exotics with Warmind?
Yep.
Or just the changes all.
No. The newer ones,
and,
even returning ones, but whatever. Yeah, anything that's coming new with.
And it has to be one we haven't heard about yet. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
If you want to,
no,
I'm just kidding. Man.
Like, or better yet. Okay,
personally, it's
wait. What
armamentarium?
Wait. Hold on, guys. What masterwork exotic with the secret perk that we don't know about yet are you most looking forward to? I'm not asking for the perk. Just which one are you looking forward to for that masterwork exotic perk that you're like, whoa, they're gonna love this?
Yeah. I don't even what I got. Whatever I say right here is gonna create some.
See, I was trying to
more. Says he's gonna have All right, we won't put you on.
What's the one we've seen? Haven't we seen this? Was it the Suros they showed a little bit of? Just say Suros because we saw that.
Yes, sir. Well, do you guys watch the trailer from today, right?
Of course.
Yes.
Yep. We got to actually playing.
We saw the sword. We saw the sword.
You saw that sword. I'm just gonna say that sword is real nice. Yeah.
The
little. Yeah, that teleport ability that kind of showed off in the trailer. It's a lot of fun.
That's cool.
Nice. About this is kind of interesting. Is this the first expansion? I think having kind of an outside team work on it, right? Cosmo having Vicarious Visions, kind of do some of the legwork on this.
Yeah, we worked really closely with Vicarious Visions on it. So you get to hear from Brent, the game director over there, and they've done a great job. And we're eager for everybody to get to play it tomorrow and tell us what you think.
Yeah, are they going to be in Seattle at all with you guys, like celebrating tomorrow as this thing deploys live, or are they back in Menands, back in New York, doing their thing there?
I'm not 100% sure. I know that they have their celebration going on over there. They're
nice.
launching the game, and we have something over here. I'm not sure if there's any kind of cross plays at each other's campuses, but we're all going to be celebrating together tomorrow. The release of Warmind in Season 3.
Season 3, awesome. Man. All right. Well, what about
you guys are playing some of that PvP ranked?
That's what I was just going to ask you when it comes to the Crucible. Like we were talking, like what do we do first? Like it seems like this is so much more of an expansion than like Curse of Osiris, and it's like I don't know what to do first. I mean, obviously the story I think is what I'm going to be tackling, but like
is it private matches? Is it going to be Valor?
How hard is that grind going to be for the Redrix, baby?
Mm-hmm. We got to play with it too, Cosmo. You teased us when we went out to the summit. We got to play with that Claymore, man, and now we got to work for it.
I told everyone, Cosmo, I'm like, listen, I'm average at PvP. I probably don't deserve the Claymore, and I'm probably not going to get it, and I'm okay with it. I'll stay in quick play and keep prestiging over and over in quick play because I don't have to worry about losing. But if I could get a team together and see if we can go into competitive and maybe go on a win streak or something, but that's going to be a grind.
Yeah, you got to take a shot at it. It's going to be a lot of fun having that weapon out there to chase because that Desperado perk. Real good.
Oh, yeah.
Real good.
Same damage as high impact, but you're spraying it like Praetor's timepiece that fires so fast. It was awesome.
I like how you guys kind of made that. It's still, you don't got to get to the top tier. You just got to get that kind of middle top half tier to get that Redrix, right?
You got to get to Fable, right? Yeah.
Right. So that's
Fable. That's kind of upper mid tier. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, that's completely attainable if you do want to do it,
Not if you're going into competitive against sweaties and they're all going to be grinding for it.
Not if there's a million people playing.
I'll wait for a month for it to die down. Once all the sweaties get it, and then they're going to go. No, actually, you know what? It's going to backfire. I'm like, all right, I'll go into competitive a month after it comes out. They're all going to stay in competitive to make sure yokels like me don't get that thing. Let's see. That'd be fun, though.
Yep.
So Cosmo, in play tests and stuff like that, I mean, how well has that? It doesn't seem like that gun is overpowered. How well is that really played with everybody?
I mean, the thing about it, the perk is like Desperados. You got to get the first kill to get it going.
Right.
So it's still only going to be whenever you've got like the kill to activate it. So most of the times when you're going up like 1v1 someone, and it's kind of balanced that way. It's like you've got to do something, accomplish something to get the perk rolling.
Is it a better trials weapon or a better just straight up PvP weapon?
I think it was really good in PvP and PvE.
Yeah. Because in PvE, I remember like I was testing out the perks, and in PvE it's extremely useful. Like you kill one thrall,
right?
You get it to proc, you do the outlaw because to get Desperado to proc, you have to reload with Outlaw, obviously. And you get Desperado, I think, for 7 seconds, I think. But as long as you keep getting Outlaw to reproc over and over again, you're just wasting Thrall nonstop with that really high damage. That's a good gun, man.
That's great.
It's a fun gun to use.
It really is.
Now, Cosmo, when it comes to private matches, what's going to be the first private match you run?
I don't know, man. Probably gonna try to make something kind of crazy, you know. Mess around with like the rounds in survival, or I don't know. I haven't really got a chance to dive in there and
I mean, that's
check
one thing
everything out. So
us with our community and that we're kind of looking at, what is it that we're going to be able to do to kind of get in there and hold tournaments. And I mean, I've already seen people talking about podcast tournaments and challenging us, and I think it's great to have private matches coming back. I think that initially may not be something a lot of people are looking at. Because there's so many other flashy things with this expansion to look at. But I think the private matches are going to be pretty sweet, man, for everybody to jump in.
Yeah, definitely. It's we're eager to run in there and set some stuff up where we can play with the community, and hoping to do some private matches on stream. So it's going to be some fun stuff.
That's awesome.
All right. Well, any final words here to the community as everybody's getting set to go here?
Just, thanks for all the feedback everybody's been sending in. Super helpful, kind of helping us, see what the priority from the community is. And thanks for playing. And we really hope you enjoy Warmind and Season 3. And just keep letting us know what you think. And the future is bright.
I have one question for you, Cosmo.
Awesome, man.
Yeah. So my favorite thing ever, as far as armor goes, I'm a Titan, was Armamentarium. And I always run Striker because with the tree that I have now, I already have 2 grenades. Now I'm going to have Armamentarium on as a Striker. Am I going to have 3 grenades now, or am I going to have 4 grenades now?
But wait, we don't know what the perks are just on it yet, because we've seen the screenshots, but we don't know what the perks are.
But I know Armamentarium.
You'll find out tomorrow. I'm not going to.
Come on!
He ain't going to find out tomorrow. He's not going to get it.
Somebody will get it.
Somebody will get it. That's right.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for having me on, guys. You guys have a great night.
Thanks for taking the time,
Cosmo, man. Be good, man.
You're the best, bro. You're the best.
All right.
Get a good night's sleep, dude.
Take care, man.
Big day tomorrow, man. Big day. Cosmo from Bungie.
That's right.
On
Guardian Radio.
What was funny? I think when I went to call him, because we hadn't called anybody in a while here on the show, the funds on my Skype account for some reason went away. So that's when I went to call him. It's like, nah, you ain't got no money. So that's why you had to keep talking, Shaw, for me to punch in the old credit card there. So all right, we got 2 more callers here, guys. We're gonna get to. Let me dial up. Let me get Cosmo's face off the screen. There we go. Keep the trailer going for a little bit. Let me see. We are going to add people to this call.
Well, Mark does that call. Everyone in chat, what exotics that you've seen so far, because they released a bunch of screenshots, are you looking forward to getting or seeing what they do? Because I know I'm looking at the screenshots right now. That hunter helmet looks redonkulous.
A lot of cool ones.
I'm trying to think.
So many worm exotics, which obviously that's what we're doing. They look ridiculous.
I'm trying to think. I'm in my download section here. Here we go. Warmind screenshots. Where are they? I'm trying to find them now. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of new exotics. We're getting Apotheus Veils coming back. I'm not sure what that's going to do differently, but I'm looking at here. We've got Eternal Warriors coming back.
That's the worst. That thing is so scary looking.
No, hold on. It may have a different perk, though.
I know. It looks ugly.
Hello.
How you doing?
What's up, Zombie? How you doing, man?
I was watching the stream, have it on mute now.
So what's up, dude? Where are you calling from again? I think you've actually called into the show before, haven't you?
I just played with you guys a couple times, kind of being in the same plan as you.
I got you. Well, yeah, but I thought you called into the show before, no?
I've emailed.
Okay. That's right. That's the reason I thought we've had you on the show before. But all right, well, tell everybody. I guess what are you looking forward to the most, man, when it comes to Warmind tomorrow?
Well, story and lore, because I do a lot of things with Bear Grizzly and Focus Fire Chat. And
okay.
All that.
Nice.
Awesome.
So what do you? So the first thing you're going to be hitting, definitely, I'm sure, is a story, right?
Oh yeah, I'm going to be grinding that probably on every character tomorrow.
Nice.
And then checking, because I think some of the legendaries have lore built. Some of the Escalation Protocol legendaries did have a lore tab on them. So hopefully they're going to tell a lot more of the story
trying that now.
than Curse of Osiris. You know what I mean? Hopefully we'll learn more about actually what's going on with Anabray, Rasputin, what's that big worm, why are the Hive here, all that sort of stuff, and really dive deep into it for you guys that are lore fanatics.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to be seeing Bice and Beard and Mylan putting up videos every 30-40 minutes.
Oh, I'm sure, man. Well, what's interesting this time, Zombie, is when you look at these strikes, I say 3 strikes. Of course, on PlayStation, we're getting the third one, but they all look like kind of their own little story missions almost. Where Curse of Osiris, of course, they were just kind of blended in with the story, where this go around, it looks like they're going to be different. So those in themselves are each going to have all this lore and all the story that all the lore nuts are going to have to dig through, right? I mean, it just seems like there's going to be so much more, especially if you're looking for lore and story. Now, what did you think of, because we didn't even mention it here on the show because we're not, into the lore as much, but what did you think of, number one, the comic, and then as well as the posts they put out this week of almost like grimoire-esque posts that were over there on Bungie.net? What did you think of all that this week?
It made me really excited for the fact that we actually have a quote-unquote grimoire section type thing going on. And with the story and the way things are going with the comic, it looked like there's a chance for us to get the Hunter cloak back that I literally ran throughout all of 3 years. So,
oh, man.
If I can get that cloak back, that's all I need. Or if the PlayStation gets that exclusive Scion Flayer cloak, then I got to figure it out. But I think with the way they described how we have scannables, I think we're going to have scannables in the actual strikes, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's up with the Scion?
What hinted at the Scion Flare coming back? And I did see Unknown Player had a thumbnail with the Scion Flare in it. Was there a hint that they're coming back, those Scion Flare cloaks?
The PlayStation exclusive strike actually is you chasing a really tall Scion Flare.
Yeah, it's a big Scion Flare. Yeah,
it's a big Scion at the end. Yeah. It's laying. So
I think if we get a Nightfall exclusive item, it could be the cloak.
Yeah. But they'd have to make something for each class, though.
Let's hope it has significant perks to it, though. Yeah.
No, that's right. I'm thinking that can't be one of the Nightfalls, right? So, because I was thinking that could be a Nightfall reward, but it can't. If it's PlayStation exclusive, that'll never be the Nightfall, right? So it has to be one of those.
Maybe give us a strike exclusive. Make it just a normal strike, heroic strike.
Yep. Or they could probably put a quest in it.
You can make it into it.
Hey, so Zombie, real quick, what's the exotic that you're most excited for in Warmind?
Oh, that's submachine gun.
Yeah, dude. 750 rounds per minute, Seraph rounds, and this new perk in it. I forgot the name of it, but basically, if you break an enemy shield, and this works in Crucible or PvE, you break the shield, and then you swap to your kinetic, and your kinetic now does extra precision damage. So I can imagine MTAS, True Vanguard, Dr. Lupo, those PvP pros, they'll be getting up close, taking your shield down, swap it to a hand cannon, and 2-tapping you. You know what I mean?
Yep. That's why I'm going to be avoiding most of competitive because of that exact reason. That and Borealis scare me.
God! Oh yeah, those Borealis.
Dude, you know what I love? I love how Borealis is going to be useful. Now Borealis, the snipers are back and having the burns now on the heroic strikes, it's going to be useful to use those.
Borealis is going to be for reals. Yeah,
man.
When I went into my vault today to make sure I number one, clear a little bit of stuff out, get things leveled where I want them, have my inventory where I want it to where I'm not overloaded, empty out my my postmaster, which I did, and then I went to go look at my exotics, and I want to make sure that I have the ones on me that I know I'm going to want to use going through the story. And believe me, Borealis was at the top of the list, and now that baby was in there.
Yep.
Yeah, the guy who's going to scare me the most is if I ran into Cool Guy when he had that Borealis.
Oh, God. Yeah. He's a beast, man. He's a beast.
Yeah.
His snipe skill scares me.
Nice. All right, Zombie. Well, we appreciate it, man. And tomorrow I saw you saying you have to work tomorrow, right? But what are your plans for launch day?
Just work till lunch and go home, bro. You get a little sickness, you get a little bug from your lunch that you ate. Boss, I ate something bad. I had sushi at lunch, and I gotta go home, man. That's how you roll that.
Yeah, but I got a coworker I'm gonna be playing with also in
there you go.
Y'all both went to the same lunch spot. Come on.
Hey, I'm with you, man. I got to work tomorrow too. I'm working till 5, so I'm there 8 to 5. So some point tomorrow night I'll be getting on, but I'm not quite sure when. So I'm with you, man. I'll be sitting at work just watching all these bastards playing.
Yeah, 5:30 Pacific time until I'm even home. So
yeah.
It's gonna be a long night, long day.
But like Caleb said, man, the rise of the tapier. Who knows? We might not be having issues because everybody's gonna be at home, pounding their heads into the wall because everything's screwed up with the servers and everything, and we just get to come home and just breeze right on into it. So we might miss all that craziness.
That's true.
But all right, Zombie. Well, we appreciate it, man. Thanks for calling in, dude. Have fun for sure.
Thanks, dude, man. Enjoy tomorrow, man.
I just want to say one last thing because I'm done with this stream. Class in the race, Exo Hunter, because
all right,
Golden killed everybody.
Yeah, we forgot that.
Exo Hunter.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, thank you for that.
Nice, man.
All right, bro. Dude, we'll catch you later, man.
All right, man. Catch you, dude.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, so some people in chat were asking about the tokens. I believe all tokens are fine and staying, except for faction tokens. But if you want to be safe, I threw my trials and my Iron Banner tokens into my vault just in case.
There you go.
I didn't think about throwing my vault. That's interesting. All right.
Just in case. But watch, they increase the vault size and I lose my Iron Banner tokens and my trials tokens. That'll be my luck right there.
That's funny. All right, guys, we got one more caller here. Let me get ourselves back up here, get our other caller coming in here. Final caller. Sean, you got another question for everybody you want to throw out there while I'm pulling
what's the other questions? No, not much. I mean, I'll be streaming all day tomorrow. I'm trying to do as many exotic reviews as I can. Trying to grind Escalation Protocol as much as I can to try to get those weapons because they're so good. The shotgun was amazing. The auto rifle was pretty good. Scout rifle was decent. Submachine gun. I can't stop talking about that submachine gun. It was so good.
How many? I want to know how many people in chat have more than one character of the same class, and are you going to change that due to how the changes are coming in the game? Are people?
Yeah,
are there people still running 3 hunters, 3 titans, or are you all? Is everybody spread out? You know what I mean? That's because now there's not an advantage to running 3 of the same.
Right,
but there never was
a disadvantage. It's a disadvantage now.
Hello there.
Hey.
Hello.
Ed.
Hello, boys.
There he is.
God, how can we do a call-in show and not have Ed on the show, right, guys?
I know. Let me just mute the Destiny on TV.
For those who don't know, if you're new to the show, some of you over in Sean's stream, Ed is probably the most gracious guardian you could possibly imagine out there.
He was our MVG last year.
He was our MVG at Guardian Con. He's provided, multiple consoles for us to give out to listeners. Just kind of out of the graciousness.
And we're not done.
Ugh.
And we're not done.
Oh man, you're crazy.
We'll keep on doing it. So everybody excited?
Yeah,
I'm very excited, man. We're hyped.
I know I am. I mean, I just want to say one thing off the top that the guys from WTF Game Nation were very gracious to give me a shout out about this. Last Friday, my son Timothy finished his PhD in mathematics.
I saw that, man. Congrats. It's awesome.
Congrats.
Now a doctor, and I'm really proud of him. And now I can finally get him a PS4 and get him playing this game because he.
Wait a minute. He's a doctor. He should be able to afford his own PS4.
Yeah, but that student debt, though, maybe afterwards, man.
Hopefully I'm still paying that debt, man. If that doesn't go
well. No, fortunately, Sean, his undergraduate and his graduate degree were all paid for by the universities he went to.
Oh,
I have a smart boy.
That's awesome.
We got $800,000 worth of education for free.
That's
so. That's another reason why I got to give back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fantastic, Ed. So Ed, he's never played Destiny then?
He's played a lot of WoW and Blizzard games, but never played Destiny. But last year during the Dawning event when they had Sparrow Racing, he came to the TV room and watched me, and he saw these sparrows zipping around. And he's like, "What is this? And why didn't I know about it?" And I said, "Well, it's not always around." I said,
Yeah, this is something that might just entice you when you don't have to be worried about partial differential equations,
right? Yeah,
things like that.
Yeah.
So hopefully, he's going to be overseas. He's going to be teaching at a university in the Netherlands.
Wow.
So we'll have to buy him an overseas edition, I guess. I don't know how that works, but we'll figure it out.
Yep.
Nice.
We'll figure it out.
Well, I want to get in a fire team with him, man. If you do get him up and rolling, that's awesome.
I definitely will.
Well, Ed, what are you looking forward to the most with Warmind?
Well, the thing I'm looking forward to the most is something that's happened this week, Mark, which is that my clan is active again. My friends list are filling up, and I've been playing the game with 3 and 4 people from my clan or friends like Mystic Rose, who's in the chat,
Mystic?
And just doing stuff together. You know, I was able to get 2 Xbox characters that didn't have Rat Kings. I was able to run the Rat King in an hour or in an hour and 20 minutes from start to finish. And to me, that's always been the most exciting part, is to be able to play with other people, because I didn't for so long, which is, part of my story. So that is got me excited. Of course, Escalation Protocol. I mean, I given the number of bosses that we're told we are going to face before most of us get really good at this, we could be 10 or 12 weeks into this expansion. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but we could almost be to September by the time we have this mastered.
I mean, that was pretty much.
I hope they stretch it out, man. I
think that was on the stream, didn't they say that? Like the average player just kind of playing and not doing, raids and trials and all that every week, or finishing Escalation Protocol. You may not, or may just hit max light by the time the next release comes out. Was kind of stated,
which a good thing.
It's a good thing, right? It is. It makes you get in there grinding. The way this package looks on paper, and I mean, you just watch the trailer and the things that are going to be in there. There's going to be a lot of stuff to grind and a lot of things to just constantly be working towards.
Yeah.
This really, I think, is going to be a much bigger expansion than I think most people are thinking.
And I like the fact that you can, if you're going to have 3 hunters, you're only going to be able to mine that raid once a week. I know some other people weren't really happy about it. I on another podcast, a certain female hunter has two hunters.
Well,
and
I said this a little bit ago. There's a reason. The reason isn't because they. It's because they don't want you to be able to speed level up one class.
Mm-hmm.
And that's actually a good thing. They want everybody to have to grind for it on character per character, not an account. You know what I mean?
And this is in response to what we said. So when people are complaining about being forever 370 or forever 365, whatever it is, remember, this is what you wanted.
Right.
To make this thing last, so that, because if nothing else, what we have been content hogs. We just run right through it. Give me more, and I think this is a good thing. I got no problem with it. I'm like Sean. I have no problem with the fact that I might not get that Claymore. Maybe I will, but it's going to take a hell of a lot of work for me.
But it's something to work for, right, Ed? I mean, that's the thing.
Absolutely.
In terms of content, maybe this thing isn't going to be huge and blown out, but there's going to be things to grind for. There's going to be paths. Known paths. Like there's going to be a path to say, okay, I want that Claymore. Here's what I need to do to do that. I'm going to dedicate myself and I'm going to go for it. Like the path is in front of you, or like the exotic masterworks. You're going to have and see what it is you need to do to get that masterwork, and that just gives you another carrot on the end of the stick. I mean, we've said that a bazillion times on the show over the last year. Mm-hmm. We need carrots on the stick to chase, and to me, that's what this is giving us.
I'm looking forward to the surprises that we, I'm hoping like the Black Spindle level surprises, or maybe Sleeper Simulant coming back, and there's
Sleeper for sure.
Some Tuesday morning or Tuesday night, somebody is going to post something on YouTube saying, "Hey, I found this door," and I'm really hoping there's something like that.
The funny thing is, not only do we want a carrot to chase, we want the freaking carrot.
Yeah,
it has to be a carrot that I want. You can't just hang any old friggin' crusty ass carrot out there, and I'm like, oh yeah, I want that. No, man, it's something that I want it to feel like it's exclusive, something that's elitist, something that makes me more powerful, something that makes me more special than the average person that didn't chase it. And that's what's I think coming. I think
because even with the the forged weapons from Curse of Osiris, I liked what they did with that, but I really don't find myself using the weapons I made. You know what I mean? Like they were okay, one or two of them, you know, but they weren't great.
No, but I mean, they were nice. I had fun collecting them. I used the auto rifle every now and again, but they weren't special enough. You know, there was no sense of it took me and two of my clanmates 3 nights or 4 nights to power through this, and that's all we did those nights. Things like that like K-Dub said, that it's either a piece of armor or a gun that somebody else will say, you got that? How did you do it? God, I've been trying to get that for weeks.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Hobby stuff that separate it's not the casuals from those of us who play this game as an avocation, if not a vocation in the case of a lot of content creators.
Yep.
So that's what I'm looking forward to, and of course I'm very happy that Heroic Strike modifiers are back. You guys talked about them already. Very happy. Especially that one with the power weapon. I like the Darcy, so to be able to see it, be able to do
Darcy's going to be ridiculous now, man.
Oh my god!
Holy crap! Talk about a boss.
Dude, every exotic is going to be ridiculous. I mean, every exotic, every shot they've shown of exotics,
so great.
It's like, wow, like these things are really, truly going to live up to that name. Hopefully, of exotic. I mean, I'm sure there'll be a few duds here and there, but it seems like where we are in Destiny 2, it's like only a few of them are really good. Where I think now it's going to be the complete opposite. We're going to have everything that's just fun to play with. They all are going to change the way you play. And I think you bring up a good point, Ed. Like that's where I think the Heroic Strikes are going to be a lot of fun. Is it's going to be going in with those burns, with those exotics, and just playing those strikes differently every time. Or every time those burns come out. Because that's what's fun.
The week that it's a void burn, I'll be in there with that Graviton Lance. That looks like so much fun.
Yeah. That looks amazing.
So much fun. Yeah. And the Raid Lair, the cherry on the Sunday, I could have waited for it another week, but I'm not going to throw stones at Bungie for delivering it now. That's consistent with what they've been doing. So, we'll all have fun this week, guys.
Yeah, definitely. And I will tell you, man, the Escalation Protocol, even if you get in there and it's, let's say you're banging your head against the wall and you get stuck at a certain level, I think it's still just fun to play, right, Sean? I mean, we still had fun.
It was fun, man.
Playing it regardless.
It's nonstop action. It's swapping, it's close quarters. I mean, I can't wait to see what the other levels are going to be like. It's going to be so difficult. If we can even get to them the first week, I
think the key phrase or the key term here with that is you have to moderate your expectations, and going in, you're not going to get to level 5 or level 7 on Tuesday or Wednesday. I mean, most people aren't anyway. So just moderate your expectations and it's going to be there. And, you don't have to rush through it. You get good at the lower levels and move on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good
what are your plans for tomorrow, Ed?
Well, I got to work during the morning, but I have an afternoon appointment at a high school. That's part of my job is meeting kids who are coming out of school, counsel them. And around 2:30, I'll probably be able to head home. So
nice.
I'll be there shortly afterwards, and I'll also, I'll give a little free advertising here. I do something you probably shouldn't do, which is in my 2017 Honda Accord, I plug in my phone and I watch YouTube. So I'll probably be watching or more listening than watching Sean as I drive along.
Be careful, man.
Yeah. And Sean, my black Accord is green right now too.
Oh, Ed, don't leave your sunroof open at night. You know what I mean?
Oh,
yeah, that can be a problem.
Ed, did you see what happened to me,
man? You can't do that in New Jersey. It rains with here, but but it's been pretty awful. I just did a show and my vocal cords, thank God it was over. I have been affected by the pollen too. So I feel for you, Sean. with the
My nose is all stuffy right now.
the allergies. Yeah.
Nice.
So that's my deal.
All right,
That's what
Ed.
I'll be doing.
Awesome, Ed.
You know. All right.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to
just
seeing you
one
online for sure. Ed, actually, are you jumping right into PlayStation or are you going Xbox?
Probably tomorrow it will be. I'll start with Xbox, but I'm going to give PlayStation some time every day so I can get the power level up. And you know, I have friends on PlayStation, you guys, and some other folks. So
yeah, Ed. Hello.
Definitely. Well, since K-Dub, this last weekend was the first weekend since January when I either wasn't in a play or rehearsing a play. So I have had no time. But now I have nothing but time. It's perfect. Finally,
perfect.
It's perfect timing. So that's what I'm going to be doing.
But do you have time to explain or no?
No time to explain.
Barely.
Awesome,
my one last thing I wanted to say is when I logged on, when I was waiting for you guys tonight, I was on Sean's YouTube page, and I noticed that he has 183,499 followers. Folks, can we get him to 200,000, please?
Nice.
If you're listening right now,
so close.
hit that follow button. Hit that subscribe button, rather. Come on.
That's right.
It's free.
Give a brother a break.
This was not a paid advertisement.
free.
Thank you for that, Ed. I appreciate that.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome.
Ed, by the way, we are going to desperately miss you at Guardian Con, brother.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just can't. You know, I got a wedding, and then my gamer tag is OBX boy. The next morning at 6:00, we leave for the banks. So my wife was surprised when I told her I wasn't going. But
yeah,
one of these times, Ed, I gotta get out to the banks when you guys are out there for sure.
Well, definitely. I'll message you about when we're there this year, and if you guys are around, come and pay a visit.
Please
awesome.
do.
Awesome,
man.
All right, Ed. We'll enjoy it.
All right,
so get out there and fight back the hive on Mars, man.
Definitely. You guys too. Have a great time.
Take care.
All right,
Later,
take care,
Ed.
Ed. Thanks, buddy, man.
Bye-bye.
Later.
All right. Well, there you go. Ed OBX Boy, of course, big man here in the Guardian Radio community. He has done so much for us, like we said, with giveaways and all those things. So, you can go back. I can't even remember the first time Ed called into the show or when we had that speak pipe.
Dude, it was over 3.5 years ago.
I mean, it was a long time.
I didn't even live in the place that I live right now when he first called in. Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Now,
man.
I will say I did allude tonight to somebody else possibly being here, and that was our rock hound, Mr. Craig Hargrove, who, if those of you longtime listeners of the show, Craig was our man who used to work for NASA, who currently is making a nice little satellite that's going to be heading to the moon, but he also was kind of a science consultant. To some extent, I'm not going to say that he's really in there so much, but to Bungie on the Mars destinations for Destiny 1. And he was hopefully going to hoping to get here tonight, but he was coming home from a flight and was unable to make it. However, he will be joining us at least maybe next week or the week after, if anything, even if it's just like a pre-recorded thing, because he just has so much going on right now. Yeah. But I figured, hey, we're going back to Mars. We gotta come on.
He can't be busy. I mean, the guy only works for freaking NASA. Come on. What's he doing?
Yeah, get your ass to Mars.
We'll get him back in here talking some Mars for sure. So we'll see. But all right, guys. Well, anything here as we get into Warmind that you want to throw out? I mean, the one thing I want to say to folks is get out there and soak it in. I mean, I know I'm not talking to Sean because, I mean, Sean, you got to get out there and get all those exotics, get all those weapons. You got to race through all this stuff, and that's for, completely separate reasons. But if you're somebody just looking to just have fun with this game again, don't race through the content. Just get out there and enjoy it, soak it all in. Maybe go do some of the story, then maybe go do some of the new Crucible maps. Go play a strike. Check out Escalation Protocol. Don't just rush through it all.
Right.
Because what happens is people do that, and then
I can
you're going to be
beat
complaining.
you in the Raid Lair.
And then what?
Oh, the Raid Lair goes on the 11th.
I said don't rush through it so I can beat you in the Raid Lair.
I can't wait to see what the Raid Lair is like. I'm going to do the Raid Lair. It's on the 11th. That's Friday, right?
Yeah. It's 3 days after. 3 days after drop. So it's Friday, yeah.
I'll be streaming the Raid Lair right here on YouTube with WTF Game Nation after they do their first run. So they're doing a blind run first, and then I'll jump in for the second run with them, and I'll stream it right here on YouTube.
It's funny how I've just kind of lost the... I don't want to say motivation, but like before, especially with Destiny 1, was like every time a raid came out, I was like, God, I got to be there day one. And for the initial raid in D2, I was. But for the Raid Lair, like I just didn't feel that urge to need to be there right away. And I don't know how much of that was because a lot of the people in my raid group kind of weren't playing the game so much anymore or what. But I'm just not feeling it this time. Like I obviously want to do it, but it's not like I'm rushing for it. Like I'm honestly more excited to do the story, and then I want to run the new strikes, man. For some reason, those new strikes look so enticing. I mean, Nokris as a boss just looks ridiculous. Like I want to just play through that content, right? That's stuff I'm looking forward to the most.
I'm kind of the same way. I like the Raid Lair. It's the first Raid Lair. I mean, it is probably one of the most unique fights, just in terms of for Destiny 2. I'd say it reminds me of Axis Challenge Mode, where action, callouts. I hope this next Raid Lair is a little longer. That's what I like. Add more encounters. I know it's not a full raid. You know what I mean?
Right.
We all want a full raid, but if we can't, just try to make this. I'm hoping this Raid Lair is just a little bit longer than the previous one. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So.
All right.
Lucky just said goodnight to everybody. It was quiet.
Nice.
Aw.
He's a cutie.
Little munchkin man.
All right, everybody. Well, let's wrap it up there. Again, send us your emails, feedback at theguardiansofdestiny.com, and let us know what you're thinking of Warmind once it launches tomorrow. You can follow us on Twitter at GuardiansofD. Hit us up there, too. Let us know. I mean, I'm sure tomorrow there's going to be all kinds of tweets, or even this week. There's going to be so many people and so much discussion out there about Warmind. Get back in there. Watch your friends list light up again. Start getting out there, being social. Just find all the connections again that you used to have, and just enjoy this week in Destiny, because there's no better time to play Destiny when there is new content out. And quick housekeeping here too, like I mentioned at the top of the show, we are recording our latest episode of EBD Radio, which is Everything But Destiny. It's a show exclusive to our podcast patrons. If you want to be a patron of the show, you can find it at theguardiansofdestiny.com. The link will be in the show notes for the audio version of the podcast. So if you want to be a subscriber, you can do that. $5 gets you the audio version, and $7 gets you the video and the audio. And K-Dub and I just talk about literally everything but Destiny, and all the questions and that are provided by you, the listeners. So even if you aren't a subscriber, send us some fun stuff.
And that podcast is not PG-13, just
no, it is not. No. So that will be coming out on the 10th of every month. We launch that. So you still have time if you want to subscribe. You can get in on that. So, Sean, what time are you're going to be going ready to go tomorrow, or are you going to go a little bit early?
I'll be going live literally right when it goes live. I think it should be 2 p.m. I might have a special video up at 2 p.m. maybe tomorrow. Can't say anything more. And I'm a broken record. If anyone gets an exotic and they would let me use their account, I will be forever in your debt. Just shoot me a DM on Twitter or an email, Mesa Sean with a Y at gmail.com. And if I could jump on your account to review, because I want to get as many exotic reviews as I can. I'm really looking forward to grinding those masterwork exotics too. See what those hidden perks are going to,
I did get the sweeper remote today, by the way, Sean. I meant to tell you that.
You finally got it?
Yeah, I finally did.
Nice.
I love that for PvP, man. If I get a good kill or some Invis hunters annoy me,
do
the quick sweep, whatever.
I got the mic drop a few weeks ago on my Warlock too, and that's always fun too. I like to just drop the mic. Host. It's great.
The mic.
But all right, everybody. Well, thank you here for tuning into the show. However you're tuning in, whether it's on YouTube, through Podbean, through iTunes, or your podcast service of choice, thank you so much. And with that, we'll catch you guys next week. Later.
Good show, guys. Good shows.
That dog just looked up like, what the hell was that?
All right, stream. Well, guys, thank you in the stream for tuning in. We appreciate it.
Thanks,
you guys
everybody.
are awesome as always. And we'll catch you guys next week. Get out there and enjoy it.